Hey YouTube! Today I'm not going to be doing a video on how to fix your car or performing any product unboxing demonstrations or even doing a demonstration on children's toys. But in fact, I'm actually going to be doing a personal vlog on an elective surgical procedure that I'm going to be doing tomorrow morning on my eyes. So I'm sure there's a whole bunch of other vloggers that have done coverage on corrective eye surgery, but in my particular case, I thought, I might as well share my experiences with the world on what I'm going to end up going through and, of course, what I'm thinking of and the reasons why I'm doing it. So, in a nutshell, um, I decided to take the plunge and do corrective laser eye surgery because of some sort of bizarre work benefit circumstances that basically um, led me to getting corrective eye surgery to spend the funds that are essentially expiring on January 1st. And so if I don't spend it, you don't use it, you lose it basically. And so in a weird way, I've accumulated up to 75% of the cost of doing corrective eye surgery. And I'm not that old, so it's not like I have any health ailments that I have to spend money on medication or treatments of other sorts. So I've never really wanted to get laser eye surgery because, I mean, really, you're only given one set of eyes, and I have heard of people, complaining about sort of their post results where their prescription has changed, or their eyes are permanently messed up, or their eyes are really dry, and the laundry list goes on and on and on of problems from yesteryear. But I mean, LASIK or laser corrective eye surgery has been around since the 1980s. I'm sure that within a 30-year span that they've been able to really move quite far ahead as far as recovery time, sort of post-operative results, and sort of long-term stability as compared to, say, someone getting it done in the 80s. So basically, they're going to be splitting my procedure over a course of 10 days. The first eyeball, the left eye, is going to be done tomorrow, and then the following right eye is going to be done on January 9th. As far as correction is concerned, my prescription in my left eye is about negative 575 with a cylinder of about 2.25, and basically what cylinder means is your astigmatism factor. And my right eye is negative 275 with a cylinder of about 2.5. So by definition, I'm actually nearsighted, meaning I can't see far away things. But because I have such strong astigmatism, I'm actually nearsighted and farsighted, or in this case, astigmatism. So basically, I'm blind without my glasses or contact lenses. And so it actually took quite a bit of effort on my part to come to the conclusion that it made sense to spend my health spend funds on corrective laser eye surgery. Because I tried to not think of the fearful side of me that's afraid of blood tests and medical exams and anything to do with blood and body parts being cut open. Corrective laser eye surgery will actually open up opportunities for me to enjoy things better. So, for example, I like swimming, I love skiing, and I certainly love doing a lot of this. And of course, when you're wearing glasses, skiing, for example, you can't find a pair of good working fashionable goggles that will fit over glasses very well, that won't fog up. You can't go swimming with glasses well if you want to swim underwater unless you get prescription goggles, which are expensive, and for the number of times I go, it's probably not very practical. And in the photography realm, I won't have that smudged lens issue anymore when I'm bringing the viewfinder up to my eyeglasses and pressing my glasses up against my face. And last but not least, I get to pretty much buy any type of pair of sunglasses I want instead of having to buy prescription grade sunglasses that limit the styles of what you can buy. So I guess it's not all doom and gloom getting it done. There's certainly a lot of advantages. But tomorrow, the procedure basically, or the corrective eye surgery procedure I'm going to be getting is actually PRK instead of the more sort of common LASIK procedure that you sort of hear about all the time in mall kiosks and letters that we get in the mail. PRK is actually the predecessor to LASIK and has been around since the 1980s. And basically, the key differences here is that PRK, they basically use alcohol or a tool to ablate the epithelial layer, so the outermost layer of your cornea, to expose the stomal layer, where they use a precision computer programmed laser with your proper prescription to correct your eyesight. Whereas LASIK, they actually cut a small flap in your eyeball, which then basically, they use a laser that's programmed with your prescription to then zap your eyeballs, and then they fold that flap down, and then basically, you walk out of the clinic and your vision's almost good within a few days. But in the case of PRK, it's not. They basically burn away all your nerves or remove the nerves off the outer layer of your eyeball, which has a couple implications. One, it hurts like hell. Two, because you don't have any nerves left, your eyeball cannot signal your tear ducts to release tears to lubricate your eyes. So dry eye is going to be a real nasty problem with PRK. And the fact that healing just takes a long time, because you're removing your nerves off your eyeballs. So they have to grow back at some point, right? But they don't grow overnight like bacteria does in a petri dish, so to speak. So they say the typical healing time is between 7 and 10 days for the nerves to begin to sort of form back, and it can take up to months, if not years. Well, no, that's not true. Months for your vision to sort of be optimal, whereas with LASIK, you can have optimal vision almost within the same week of having that procedure. However, with some of the benefits that LASIK can offer in terms of healing time, there's actually some associated risks that PRK reduces over LASIK. For one, I do participate in some level of sport activity, and more importantly, I have young children that will be participating in sports. So with PRK, because there's no flap, should I ever get hit in the eye, by a hand of a child, or get a ball kicked into my face and it hits my eyeball hard enough that because my epidial layer has grown back and my stoma layer doesn't actually have a flap cut into it, I would never actually lose my vision from a flap folding up and then tearing apart from my eyeball like it would with LASIK. So in terms of structural integrity, if that's what you want to call it, PRK I felt was a better solution. And plus the fact that my prescription is pretty bad, so PRK just made more sense. And so I'm getting a PRK procedure done. I'll try to do my best to do a video log with each day, sort of to show my progress in healing, and to sort of describe, how much better my vision gets corrected, and sort of my overall thoughts and sentiments on whether one should get it done or not, and whether or not my experiences were generally positive, neutral, or just outright negative. Oh yes, and the other thing too, I forgot to mention that I was told actually today by my ophthalmologist that my left eye will be corrected to be 20/20 vision, and my right eye will in fact be corrected to 20/15 10 days later, which I thought was pretty impressive. I didn't realize that laser eye surgery could actually make your vision better than perfect, so to speak. And so that was pretty neat to hear that. So I don't know what that's going to look like, or even how I'm going to cope with getting one eyeball done at a time. I was told to bring a contact lens for my right eye, because once they correct my left eye, I can't wear glasses because it'll cause an imbalance in my vision, and when I walk, things will look all kind of weird. But they said that if you wear one contact lens, that it'll help, you sort of stabilize or give you the ability to have balanced vision. And I'm going to need to do that for the next, I'd say, at least 7 days. Where I think 48 hours prior to my surgery, I'm not allowed to wear any contacts. So by January 7th, I'll pretty much be walking with one eye like this and in public, just staring people down, and people think I'm crazy. But anyways, I'll give you guys an update tomorrow after my procedure, let you know how things went, and we'll go from there. See you soon.